No, I'd be jumping on that, like, be like,
You should watch that conversation with Lex. It's
Sure.
like, here's the thing. Do you think that they would want us to know? Or do you think they would just be observing and making sure we don't blow ourselves up? Would
I don't know,
if you
man.
were an
They're
alien
real.
civilization?
They sure are subtle. I mean, if they wanted us to know, obviously they could just,
For sure.
show up and walk
Yeah.
down Main Street,
Right.
like, hey, I'm an alien, check me out,
Right.
Here's my spaceship, and just land in the middle of Times Square. I'll be like,
Right.
okay,
Or hover over downtown LA.
yeah.
Yeah.
We were like, okay, we believe you.
Yeah.
So whatever they are very subtle, these aliens.
How often do you think about it?
None, zero.
Zero? Even though you're thinking about interplanetary travel, you don't really think about aliens.
No, I mean, if they show up, I'm like, great, okay, now this is new information. But we, well, yeah,
What an interesting way of putting it. This is new information.
this is new information. Like, where were you guys up till now?
Yeah.
So, anyway, listen, if I see some evidence for aliens, I'll be the first to be like, aliens,
Right. Then you'll investigate. But until then, you think it's kind of a waste of time?
Yeah.
Yeah. It definitely seems like a waste of time if nothing's happened so far. You think about all the people that have been researching aliens for their whole life, and they have
Yeah.
very little to show for it,
Well, there's,
other than cool stories.
yeah. I mean, we have archaeologists going all over the world looking at things. There's this people, like, if we were to find something like, let's say, like a cube of titanium, just like a 1-inch cube of titanium, say in the middle of the pyramid, I'd be like, aliens for sure. There's no way they could have made titanium back then. There's no way. That's hard. That's all. One little, didn't even need a computer. Like, a computer would be like, hey, wow, computers, they didn't have computers back then, so it must be aliens. But even just like some advanced metallurgy, anything, like, we would say anything like that.
Right. Nothing like that that we could point to that we can't do.
Everything that we found archaeologically is consistent with the time, the technology they had at that time.
Archaeologically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just talking about old stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, just throughout history. It's not like,
Yeah.
like if aliens visited, there'd be something buried somewhere, you'd think. We haven't seen anything. So, anyway, I mean, maybe there are aliens, but they're very subtle. If there are, they're just very, they're being pretty shy. So, as far as we can tell, there's none. So, nor are we seeing signals from any other solar system or anything like that. So, now, and the thing is that on a galactic timescale, even with sublight travel, you could absolutely colonize the whole galaxy, even some of the neighboring galaxies. So if you said 1,000,000 years with and say there's no new physics, could you colonize the galaxy in 1,000,000 years? Absolutely, the entire galaxy.
So you would start with Mars, build bases on Mars, then
Yeah.
use Mars to jump off to all these other planets, set up places there, and
Yeah.
over thousands of years easily.
Just
Yeah.
kind of like,
So
hop from
that's-
one solar system to the next, and yeah.
That it seems like that's imperative. Like that has to happen if the human civilization is going to survive, because our
Yeah.
planet is just, we're too subject to natural disasters and our own folly, and if the species is going to survive,
Yeah.
we kind of have to escape.
It's mostly about the species. I mean, there have been some real doozies of like, massive meteors and super volcanoes, and the continents moved all over the place, and Earth's been a snowball and super hot. If you read like the geological history of Earth, it's like very long and complicated. So, and then there've been so many extinction events, not like just a few.
Yeah.
I mean, the Permian extinction event, that was a real rough one, where it's like well over 90% of all species died out. And that doesn't tell the whole story, because a huge chunk of the remaining species were fungi and, like sponges and stuff like that, like are you a sponge? Okay, you're probably doing okay. They're still around. Are you a mushroom? Do you like being in the dark and feasting on dead plant and animal matter?